Hi, everybody. Welcome. Dan Lavallo on sports, and we have a lot to talk about today, but we're going to focus on a couple of stories involving the NFL, which is by far, by in a way, the most popular sports entity in the United States, and perhaps even beyond. Roger Goodell, the commissioner of the NFL, got a 3-year contract extension today. At least it was announced today on Wednesday, October the 18th. He gets a 3-year extension worth $200 million. Goodell has been commissioner since 2006. He's made $700 million counting this latest contract as commissioner. $700 million, according to one of the stories I read. It's more than any NFL player has ever made. But then again, he has made billions for the National Football League. The National Football League is a cash cow, and they have Goodell, obviously, to thank for that. It is incredible what Goodell has done for the NFL, to the point where the owners are embracing his leadership, and they should embrace his leadership. Look, for example, the Washington Commanders. They sold this summer for over $6 billion. Think about that for just a moment. $6 billion. That's $6 billion as in a B. Goodell will be the commissioner for the next 3 years. He doesn't say if he wants the job beyond that. He will be 68 in 3 years. Maybe he continues in that role. Who can blame him? Why shouldn't he continue in that role? Look at what he has meant for the National Football League. It is just incredible. So Goodell stays as the commissioner, and he gets a $200 million 3-year contract. Pretty good deal for the man who's made the NFL billions. That's Goodell. The other NFL story today involves this tete-a-tete between Fox and NBC off the most watched game of the NFL this season. To me, it doesn't matter because the NFL gets regular season ratings that the World Series would drool over. In fact, the World Series won't come near getting what the game between the New York Jets and the Philadelphia Eagles got on Fox on Sunday afternoon. That was the upset win, the Jets over the Eagles. By the way, on my Picks for Kicks segment of one of my podcasts, I predicted that the Jets would beat the Eagles, but we'll save that for the next episode of Picks for Kicks Week 7. I digress. But that game between the New York Jets and the Philadelphia Eagles on Sunday drew 26,085,000 viewers. Think about that for just a moment. 26,085,000 viewers. And Fox was out there claiming it was the most watched game of the NFL season. And then NBC came along and said, whoa, wait a minute. We've already had 3 games with higher viewership. Remember, those games are on prime time, but Fox was not designating the time of the game, which was a late afternoon start versus prime time. What Fox was saying was we had the most watched game of the season to this point. Anyway, NBC came out and said they had 27.5 million watch the season opening telecast between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Detroit Lions. And then they had 26.7 million for the Chiefs-Jets game, and they had 26.3 million for the Cowboys-San Francisco 49ers game. Now, according to this story on FrontOfficeSports.com, NBC and Nielsen use 2 different rating services, according to this story. According to NBC, the discrepancy boils down to how Nielsen measures NFL audiences on different networks, as well as the audience figures supplied by those networks. Nielsen includes Fox's streaming numbers, but it does not include NBC's, which are measured by Adobe Analytics. So you've got, obviously, both Fox and NBC using Nielsen, but then you've got the streaming numbers, which Fox included, and NBC did not, but NBC does use Adobe Analytics. NBC also uses total audience delivery. These numbers, this, that. Total audience delivery, or TAD for short. For example, the season opening Chiefs versus Lions telecast averaged 24.8 million Nielsen measured viewers, plus, here comes TAD, total audience delivery, 2.8 million streaming viewers. But from Nielsen's standpoint, said sources, the biggest Nielsen reported audience for any TV show since Super Bowl 55 is Fox's 26,085,000 viewers for Eagles-Jets. I mean, does it really matter? The NFL is getting outstanding ratings. That's why your commissioner, Roger Goodell, ladies and gentlemen, just got another 3-year contract extension worth $200 million when the NFL is raking in the money. And as I said, baseball's postseason is taking place right now. Their numbers, this is the American League Championship Series and the National League Championship Series, their numbers aren't even going to come close to 10 million viewers. Not even close. And here you've got the NFL, a regular season game over 26 million. You want to throw in the other viewers. You want to throw in Tad. You can throw in Ted, Jim, and Mike, too, if you'd like. But the bottom line is, by far, the most popular sports league is the National Football League. Whether it's on NBC, whether it's on Fox, whether it's on ABC, ESPN, you pick your ratings no matter which network, and they are going to be tops. No other programming, not just sports, no other programming comes close to the National Football League. That's going to do it for today. As always, thanks for watching my YouTube channel, and be sure to subscribe to my sports newsletter, sportscasterdan.com. That's sportscasterdan.com.